Hello all. In today's video of Introduction to Data Science, we'll be having an overview of what exactly is data science. Today we'll be talking about a general overview on data science, what is big data, machine learning, AI, deep learning, Internet of Things, neural networking, handling of data, ethics and morality in data science, and scope of data science. Now coming to the first topic. What exactly is data science? Data science is nothing but an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems, which is used to extract knowledge. Data science is all about asking the right questions so as to get the right data. And it also is used for collecting the data, analyzing the data, and then inferring the results from the data itself. Now coming to the next slide, which talks about the life cycle of data. It starts with collection of the raw data and ends with the visualization of the data. First up, business understanding. It is all about asking relevant questions so as to get the right data. Second one, that is data mining. It is collecting the data and then understanding the correlation between different data. Next one is data cleaning. Data cleaning is all about filtering and removing the unwanted data from the raw data itself. Fourth one is data exploration. It is forming a hypothesis based on the current problem in the data. Second one is feature engineering. It is to find the good feature within the data. The next one is predictive modeling. It is using algorithms to make models and to understand it with the help of machine learning. The last point is data visualization, which is used for making plots and charts as the final results so as to understand the data in a better way. Now, what is the difference between business intelligence and data science? Business intelligence deals with structured data, whereas data science deals with unstructured data. The method used is analytical in business intelligence, whereas the method used is scientific in data science. Past and present data is the main focus in order to predict the future in business intelligence, whereas the present data is used to predict the future in data science. Business intelligence tools are basically statistical, whereas data science visualization tools are mostly machine learning. Now, what are the prerequisites for becoming a data scientist? First off, mathematical modeling, statistical knowledge, computer programming, knowledge about machine learning, and basic understanding about database. The skills or tools used in data science are for data analysis are Python or statistics, for data warehousing, SQL, Hadoop, or Apache. For data visualization, R and Python libraries or Jupyter or Tableau is used. Before I start off with the next topic, there was a lot of enhancement of technology which led to a result in production of tons of data. To collect and store these large volumes of data, big data came into picture. Big data is nothing but a term for collection of data sets that are humongous. Big data also leads to processes that are huge, which also leads to difficulty on using data using system tools. Now talking about the 5 V's of big data, that is volume, variety, velocity, value, and veracity. The first V is volume. Talks about the amount of data being generated. The second V is variety, which talks about the variety of formats the data is being generated, be it structured, semi-structured, or unstructured, which will be in the form of MP3, MP4, JSON, PNG, or emails. Third V is velocity. Talks about the data being generated in an alarming rate. The fourth V is value. Talks about the data analyzed and made insights and making sure that the data makes sense. The fifth V is veracity. It also talks about uncertainty and inconsistency in the data. Our next topic of the day is machine learning. Machine learning refers to extracting features from a given data and then inferring logic and predicting results from the data itself. Now, machine learning is further divided into 3 parts, that is, supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement type of learning. First, we'll be talking about supervised learning. Supervised learning is identifying patterns that are already labeled. Supervised learning is further divided into two parts, that is, classification and regression. Classification classifies the given data based on features, which also talks about grouping. Regression form talks about the certain type of algorithms to group the input provided. Next part is unsupervised learning. Talks about data without labels and features. Unsupervised learning is further divided into three parts, which is clustering, association, and dimensionality reduction. Clustering talks about grouping the inputs based on certain qualities. Association talks about linking on the basis of common relations. Reinforcement learning, as the name suggests, makes a system change the style of understanding through the corresponding feedbacks it gets from the user itself. A mechanism for storage and retrieval of data. The data modeled in means other than the tabular relations, which existed in the early 1960s. The advantages of NoSQL are: handles large data. It works with semi, and structured data. It easily updates in schemas and is developer friendly and takes full advantage. The disadvantages of NoSQL is compatibility issues. That is, the database uses new characteristics which are not 100% compatible. The next one is lack of standardization. No standards like the relational databases are there in the NoSQL. Cross-platform improvements. Improvements are to be made on some systems so that they run on non-Linux operating systems. Poor usability. The systems are not really useful management tools. Now, what are the types of NoSQL? There are four basic types. The first one is document-based, which consists of JSON, JSON, or XML file. The second type is key-value stores, the data stored in key and value pairs. The third type is column-oriented databases, that is, the data which can be read through the columns. The fourth one is graph-based, which talks about the relationship between different data. Now let's talk about ethics and morality in data. What is ethics? Simply explained, ethics is the moral code that governs a person's decision and actions throughout their life. A moral code encompasses what is considered to be right and wrong for a community or society as a whole, as well as what is determined to be right and wrong for an individual. What is morality? Morality frequently demands people to put their own short-term interests aside for a greater good of society. The basic difference between both is to understand what's ethical isn't always moral, and vice versa. In case of conflict between the two, morality is given top priority because the damage is more. It is more common and basic, while ethics is considered to be less serious, hence given a second priority, but is treated to be irrelevant in today's scenario because of complex interactions in the modern world. Now, what are the differences between ethics and morality? Ethics is more general and prescriptive based on customs and traditions, whereas morality is specific and descriptive. It is a critical reflection on morals. Ethics is more concerned with the result of wrong action when done, whereas morality talks about the results of right action when not done. Ethics is trust on the judgment and punishment in the name of God or by laws, whereas morality is on influence, education, training through codes, guidelines, and corrections. The examples of ethics and morality is character flaw, extortion, corruption, and crime. Whereas morality leads to notions or beliefs about manners, tastes, customs, and towards laws.